Holy shit, this movie, dude, wow. I just came back, and dude, let me just tell you something, right? This movie is phenomenal. It's not, but phenomenal in a sense of, compared to the comic book movies that we got this year. Like, I'm not comparing it to any movie, right? I'm just comparing it to comic book movies. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't read the title, which, what the fuck, right? It's about X-Men Apocalypse. I just came out of the movie. What time is it? Yeah, about 20 minutes ago. I came out of the movies, and I usually, I do the whole camcorder thing. I record myself sometimes while reacting when I go out. But this time, there was no need, because I know how I felt, and it wasn't one of those movies where you have confused feelings. Like, at one point you like it, and then at other points you don't. I really, really, really enjoyed this movie throughout. Compared to Captain America: Civil War, I'm gonna put it in comparison with Captain America: Civil War and Batman v Superman, because these are the movies that are supposed to be the biggest movies. Again, I'm not counting Deadpool, because Deadpool is Deadpool. You don't really compare it, because it's not a franchise. Well, it is a franchise, but it's a solo movie right now, as it is. So let's talk about a little bit of X-Men in comparison to those movies, just for a little bit. If I were to rate all my movies this year, and I really want to see Batman v Superman again, just to make sure, which is my favorite movie, this is solemnly, just by itself, but whatever it is my number 2 movie. If Batman v Superman is as good as I remember it, when I see it again. If not, then Batman v Superman drops to number 2, and this is my number 1. I know that's crazy, cause since I'm a DC fanboy, right? I really, here was my phone. I really enjoy the X-Men franchise. I know people say Fox shits on stuff and should give it back to Marvel, but in a sense, it's still Marvel. It's just, and this is gonna piss people off, better. I'm sorry, I just don't enjoy the Disney formula that they have for their own Marvel Cinematic Universe. I just enjoyed this one better, because it's just, I don't know, is it the tone? Is it the writing? Is it the visuals? Because let me tell you, it pretty much was very close to a Zack Snyder level of visuals. This movie, I was like, wow, holy shit. If I'm to watch Captain America right now, the Civil War thing, I will be absolutely turned off. Just be like, what the fuck is this? What is this hot garbage? Seriously though, compared to Captain America: Civil War, just the whole visuals just didn't feel anything different than usual. In this movie, they just felt epic, as they were supposed to, since the main villain, since the main villain is supposed to be this ginormous godlike creature person figure. I wanted to use figure, but I thought of creature. I don't know why. Rip creatures. But yeah, every single character in this movie, I'm trying to think of a character, maybe except for the agent, except for the agent, I think everyone else was just outstanding in their performances. Nobody felt weak. Angel was maybe the only person who was maybe shrugged off, but even still, he had such moments when he was fighting Nightcrawler. I'm not spoiling anything. These are things that are actually been shown in trailers, and I think the best performances in the whole movie were, I'm gonna rate them, and I never remember names, but if a certain actor makes an impression on me, I remember their names, such as Evan Peters, that Quicksilver guy, right? Compared to Quicksilver from Marvel, man, this is ridiculously 100 times better. It's just so much better. This character actually is not only, if I were to compare it to something that maybe you can relate to, is he's more of a Bart Allen in mixture with some cocky son of a bitch, maybe Hal Jordan. That's maybe how you would put it in, but he also cares deeply, which is something that when you compare to the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Quicksilver, they were absolutely totally different people. And I actually like that. I was really, really scared that it might kill him off in this movie. Gladly they didn't. I mean, spoilers, right? But come on. There were no really any shocking deaths, and this was great. The only problem that I had with this movie was something that we saw in the trailer, and I was hoping it would be just something like that and nothing more, was the whole Wolverine segment. I was really hoping they would just keep it to seeing feet, arms, and claws, and that's it. No Hugh Jackman. Sucked that we saw Hugh Jackman. I mean, I like Hugh Jackman. Hey, sorry, I like Hugh Jackman. I just was hoping that maybe they'll do a whole, this is a person, something that we don't see, and then maybe when he comes back, he's a different person, you know, like not Hugh Jackman. And now he's Hugh Jackman, so it's kind of like, okay, but I wanted a different Wolverine, you know, a younger one, similar to how they did the whole, you know, the whole First Class cast. If that was going to be hard, First Class, I can say it. But yeah, that. I really enjoy that, because now you're starting to feel them more like, yes, these are these characters, where, you know, in Days of Future Past, the transition was very well done. You didn't feel like they were different characters. Just the Professor Xavier character now feels more like Professor Xavier over time, now that it's built up. Also with Magneto now feels very like they're actual friends, because there's a line, I was trying not to spoil something, there's a line in the movie where they call each other similar they give each other similar lines that the older actors gave each other. I'm not gonna say anything, and it was very like, oh yeah, I know that one, he said it to him in the, yeah, and it was very, very well done. Also, there's the thing with the costumes. Yeah, everybody's complaining usually because, oh, but they don't have the X-Men costumes, right? There's an amazing thing that happens around the end of the movie where most of them get their costumes from the comics. Now, I'm not a comic book. I've watched a lot of animated series, X-Men, when I was younger, and I've actually read a few comics, just a few, not a lot, of the X-Men. And it was just phenomenal. The post-credit scene, I kind of didn't get, but I'm going to do research on that. I didn't want to do now. But it's something, I guess, something big. So I'm not going to say anything on that. Yeah, the whole movie, the thing was about this movie, about the end, was something that I really felt disappointed me with Civil War. And it's not, I guess, I don't know what's the problem with that, but it was like, I said it before, it felt underwhelming, the Civil War ending, where this ending felt like, oh shit, I'm ready for more. You know, there's actually build up and excitement to going even further and, you know, forward. Where with Marvel Cinematic Universe is like, where are we going now? And see, this is not one of those, oh, DC is better than Marvel. This is actually, I'm talking about two Marvel properties here, where it's just on a different side of the road. And it just baffles me how well Fox is doing. Just with the whole, they rebooted the whole franchise, and both franchises are worked very well, and there's no fatigue, which is fascinating. It's so amazing. I cannot imagine Marvel. I'm not gonna say DC because DC is just developing right now, but I cannot imagine Marvel Cinematic Universe being rebooted in a similar way, and it just feeling absolutely fresh. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe if you change, you know, the whole Thor thing, now he's going to be a female or whatever, but still, even with that, it's like, you have to have absolutely new characters, where in this one, you just have a few new characters, but you're further developing the past of characters we've seen in a very distant future, which is just great. I think that they're doing just a phenomenal job, Fox, and I hope they don't give back the rights to Marvel that a lot of people want, who just don't know what the fuck they want, because if they really want a well done X-Men movie, they should watch this one. This is a very well done X-Men movie. Every performance was amazing. Even Peter's amazing as Quicksilver. He was just the best in the whole movie. Second comes freaking Michael Fassbender. The whole scene with the thing in the forest, in the house, with the whole thing with the police, that was amazing. That was really just, you felt it. You felt it, and I swear to you, I think that happened only once since I've been to the theater with Batman v Superman, with the Beautiful Lie, the beginning of the movie. I fucking teared up on that part. Where, in this movie, when they were fighting the villain, which is an amazing villain, like I thought that he was gonna be a pushover, but he wasn't, which was just so new and fresh in a comic book movie that I was actually very surprised. And during that scene, when they were defeating him, obviously they defeat him, right? But when they defeated him, the way the whole thing was happening, I had chills and I was choking up. I rarely choke up, but I actually getting choked up over this. I'm like, this is so good. So good. And I just wanted to see if they were gonna fuck it up or something was gonna happen, and no, they just did it so well. And I'm so proud. I went into this movie expecting it to be good, because I really like these movies, the X-Men franchise movies. I really like them, and I expected it to be good, and I came out it being just great. It was really good. I really recommend it. You should really go see it if you haven't seen it. Do not expect anything Marvel. Expect something similar to DC. Visuals are just phenomenal. Acting is great. Just the whole story is outstanding compared to some of the, Marvel ones, the other ones. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy this review, or I don't know, I'm not going to call it spoiler-free review, but somewhat spoilerish review. And I hope you go see the movie. Let me know in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'll see you next time.